Hello, my name is Bryan Moran, and I can help you and your organization with your business. I'm going to brief you on my capabilities and experience by sharing some of my actual project examples, including one of my favorite projects that demonstrates my broad-ranging expertise and my ability to adapt to new situations and solve client problems. Let's dive right in with some of the problems that my clients faced. I'll go over my plan, talk about my actions, and the results that were accomplished. I'll begin with the client Albertine Enterprises, a successful full-service Washington, D.C. based public policy lobbying firm that was looking to expand their business. At that time, I put together this excellent proposal to clarify what I discussed with their CEO and president, because it's much better to be clear about my solution and my process and go over deliver on execution, which philosophy I bring to every project, regardless of how large or small it is. I have a strong, reliable, productive work ethic, so understandably, I expect the same qualities in my partners and vendors. Moving on to my process. I'm certified by McKinsey Consulting in their process. McKinsey is a leading global management consulting firm for top businesses, governments, and institutions. It's a proven system, and it's a valuable foundation that I apply along with my skills and my experience to all my projects. In other words, it's much better to more clearly define the problems, take a holistic approach, structured, data-driven approach to test and reach the best possible solutions. It's extremely important to prioritize my approach and be efficient with our time, right? Right. Using this approach, one of the priorities that floated to the top was to inject marketing into their business. As you can see, I put together a powerful phased marketing plan. As you can imagine, there are countless marketing tools. Marketing is an extremely fast-moving and dynamic landscape. Knowing which marketing tools to apply and where to allocate the resources to gain the most value is critical. And the absolute best strategy in marketing is to analyze, test, and use a data-driven approach to make informed decisions. My marketing plan included a SWOT analysis, core buyer profile. It was a robust plan. On the simpler side, I created this presentation that the company requested to be able to show their prospective clients. It included type of clients and services and the value they provided and so forth. I also managed the content marketing, social media, newsletters. Here's just one example of an email campaign. The reason it's significant is because it was part of a larger marketing campaign strategy to focus on pipeline clients. This way, these pipeline clients can also funnel in new business. I came up with this idea after researching and interviewing with the CEO. And then I realized that while many law firms double dip as lawyers and lobbyists, however, there are also many other firms that will refer the business when they have clients that need political push from lobbyists and they don't have an in-house lobbyist team. I knew I could negotiate agreements and was very confident that these target market law firms would be receptive to a triple win scenario. I call it a triple win scenario because it's a triple win. Equals one win for the law firm because they would have a strong partner to handle the client challenges that are beyond their capabilities, and they can receive a standard payment for the referral. The second win goes to the referred clients because it fills a need for them. They're looking at political doors open. And the third win goes to Albertine Enterprises, getting clients funneled to them more and more. Hence, three simultaneous wins, a triple win scenario. As a result, this strategy turned out to be a grand slam. I was able to geo-target these Washington-based law firms that did not have this in-house lobbying department, negotiate agreements with them. This led to some powerful new clients, and even more importantly, established a pipeline that will continue to refer new business. Now let's take a look at the website that I built for them. I made sure the website was optimized for the web on mobile devices. You can see 4 tabs across the top: Home, Team, Clients, and Videos. Scrolling down, you can easily see Company Overview, Services, Team. Now, I made sure to use these words that were highly SEO valued words, and I embedded them into the metadata as well as throughout here. And these tactics essentially make it easier for search engines to find the site and gives it a much higher search ranking. Now, as you can see, the flow of traffic drives you down here to the contact form. That way you can easily make a contact and reach out to them if you have a need. Further down, you can see a map. Their office is located here. It's between the White House. It's between the White House and the Capitol Hill, where they can look to have many of the meetings with their clients. So it's a very, very convenient office location. Scrolling back to the top. Clicking on the Teams tab. Here you can see the bios that highlight senior executives, as well as their listing their experience. You can click on any one of these blue buttons. It'll take you to a more in-depth video to learn more about them. Additionally, there's this Clients tab, which lists the clients they have worked with in the past and currently work with, such companies like Eaton Corporation, Polaris, the American Stock Exchange, labor unions, associations like CAPA, which represents over 30,000 airline pilots, and so forth. Now I'll show you the Videos tab. Here you can see videos with one click. Just click here, it'll play the video, which, by the way, I recorded back in the beginning of this project when I needed to conduct senior executive interviews as part of the initial business analysis, when I was getting a handle on their business. I was able to save the company money by going back to those early interviews, editing them, and embedding them here in the website. So you have interviews with the CEO, in-house counsel, president. Also included links to C-SPAN videos when the CEO was a keynote speaker or on a panel. One of the multiple benefits of including videos like these links, as well as these other videos, is to more easily be found through the backlinks. Again, it improves their SEO. Well, I laid the groundwork for a strong SEO strategy, and the client was very pleased with the website. Unfortunately, they did not want to allocate any additional resources or budget toward my search engine optimization strategy. Even though I knew it was a missed opportunity, the client's position was to prioritize some of the other goals and milestones. And since we were increasingly busy with new business, that's where they wanted to prioritize. In fact, we were having so much success with the other areas of my marketing plan and new clients that senior management wanted me to be more involved in other capacities because of my ability to quickly adapt to add value to different situations. They promoted me to vice president with an enticing offer to relocate down to DC, which I passed on, but I still continue to work with them from New York. Now, with this new role and added responsibilities, I registered as a lobbyist so I could contribute in these new capacities. So If you Google my name, oh, actually, there's a picture of me. Here you go. This brings me to a third-party industry site. Here are some of the clients that I worked with in 2018. I was able to bring on board with my successful marketing strategy. In fact, with all the success we had, leadership wanted me again to be more involved in actually the operations and handling clients. On the marketing front, it's important to understand that the tactical use of words and phrases influences the things that we buy, who we vote for, what we believe in, right? Right. So one day, before we had a meeting with a new prospective client, the president of AE said, "Bryan, I appreciate your ability to cut to the heart of the matter quickly with these issues. I need you to cover for me with this client. Can you do that?" So I responded, "No problem. I'll update you later." I met with the CEO of KMX Technologies and he showed me this presentation. He explained the company and the issues they were having. They were looking to get different political objectives accomplished. I remembered when I first saw this presentation, I knew it was overly technical for the politicians. The CEO is a technology genius and was discussing a very interesting opportunity, especially this technology. Essentially, this technology can recycle coal waste from abandoned coal mines and uncover rare earth energy resources. These are the very same rare earth used in your cell phone and other electronics. So from a business point of view, the project is a valuable opportunity to supply coveted energy resources to the government and industries. Essentially, the company was doing some good things, but they weren't being highlighted. I tried to simplify the messaging for the audience. The audience in this case is the politicians. The fact is that this technology creates jobs, energy, and purified water. Now, these are issues that politicians can get excited about. Once we had the messaging, we came up with an early geographic target of West Virginia. Because Hugh, the CEO, he was a great guy, and he wanted to clean up abandoned coal mines in West Virginia. I put together a list and personally reached out to all of the senators and congressmen and congresswomen from West Virginia to discuss using this technology. Sometimes I would meet with them personally, while other times I would meet with the congressional staff or chief of staff. It would vary. Essentially, I was looking to find allies and move this project forward. I set up meetings in line with my scheduled Washington, D.C. trip, or set up meetings that another team member could cover, as long as they knew the specific issues. For this client example, actually, I remember Senator Manchin's staff was helpful because he was the chairman of the Senate Committee on Energy and Natural Resources at the time and was publicly opened to an innovative energy solutions like this one, especially since this would kick off within his home state. I was fortunate to book a meeting with Congresswoman Miller in person as well. And that meeting, it stands out in my mind because she was so supportive. It turns out she had just started a renewable energy initiative and wanted our client, KMX, to be involved with that initiative. She then had her chief of staff, who was in the meeting as well, follow up and set up a meeting with Governor Justice of West Virginia, who would be able to greenlight this project. And just as I worked with this client, I worked with other clients on different issues and different initiatives to build coalitions and allies and help the clients accomplish their political goals. Just to highlight a few quick examples, some of the other clients and projects included were microsystems, looking for an annual $20 million allocated on the appropriations bill for naval technology, and getting Rogerson Kratos government contracts for Black Hawk helicopter technology. Cybersecurity group, getting them on the GSA schedule, working with Kappa, again, the association that represents 30,000 pilots, conveying their issues with the 737 MAX. I mean, they had countless issues. They were definitely a repeat client. Working with Fruit of the Loom, discussing tariffs, where the manufacturing plant was located. You get the idea. There was a lot of different clients, a lot of different issues. As you would imagine, I need to be and am familiar with preparing different types of reports, such as internal reporting, so I could update the team. I also shared my client research and activity reporting. I also provided operational and executive summaries reporting as well. I just included a few samples here. Remember, this client, AE, Albertine Enterprises, they also wanted operational improvements. Here you can see a picture of the yellow books. As a side note, did you know that yellow books first came out in the 1800s? AE was still using them every day to look up political contacts. I realized that they're specialized books and they're updated quarterly because of all the constant administration changes on the Hill and throughout the government. However, I still knew the moment I saw these books, I could improve upon the process. Remember, I also have operational management experience. So I put together another proposal on how I could save the company time, resources, and money. Mission accomplished. That I did. I migrated their systems to the cloud, which added collaborative features, making things easier for the entire company. I switched them over from getting their contact information from those old specialized yellow phone books to available software and apps that provided more accurate real-time information. This absolutely made things easier and more efficient for AE and their clients. It was a real improvement on a number of different levels. This project had so many different challenges and plans involved and solutions. I was able to apply the feedback that was given and apply that and really just pivot and make changes and really customize everything that needed to be done for this client. Look, I can tell you all about my talents and accolades, but I prefer you hear from others. I mean, who doesn't like to hear positive feedback for their hard work? So I included some testimonials here from clients and vendors. This is the final slide. The biggest takeaway from this presentation is that I was able to knock it out of the park on this multifaceted projects. I truly exceeded milestones and expectations by being flexible, being a strong problem solver, by making data-driven decisions and handling diverse client needs. If you always remember one thing from this presentation about Bryan Moran, remember, Bryan Moran is someone you can count on.